Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum students. Hope you all are fine, enjoying good health. Welcome to another lecture of physics. As you all know students, we are discussing unit number 2, that is kinematics. Hopefully you come to know that kinematics is the study of the motion of the objects. In the previous lecture students, we study about the graphs. Speed time graph, velocity time graph, distance time graph, and how to find out the area of the distance time graph, different graphs. I give you an assessment to find out the area of the distance time graph. In today's lecture students, we will discuss question number 19. In question number 19 is about equations of motion. Students, we are having three equations of motion. First equation of motion, second equation of motion, and third equation of motion. First equation of motion is associated with acceleration, initial velocity, final velocity, and time. In the second equation, we have initial velocity, time, distance and acceleration. So a different thing in second equation of motion is distance s. So in second equation of motion we are also having the distance s. In third equation of motion students, we have distance, acceleration, time, initial velocity and the final velocity. So third equation is having the final velocity and the distance both. Students, we are studying equation of motion. So equation is a mathematical statement having equal to sign. We are having equal to sign in first equation, second equation and third equation of motion. And what is motion? We all know that motion is the movement of the objects from one place to another. When the objects are moving here and there, they are moving from one point to another point, one place to another point, then this is called the motion. Next are the students' conditions which are required for the derivation of equations of motion, or which equations which should be there for the derivation of the equations of motion. The first one is motion should be along straight line. There should be no curve path, zigzag, any zigzag pattern. So the first one condition is motion is along the straight line. Second one is uniformly accelerated. What is the meaning of uniformly accelerated? That its speed should be same. If a body is moving initially with speed of 5 meter per second, then its final speed should be also 5 meter per second. So uniformly accelerated means its speed or velocity should be same. So students, these are the two conditions which are necessary for the equations of motion. Now students, we will see the statement for the first equation of motion. Consider a body starts with initial velocity. We know that for initial velocity we use symbol Vi. In a straight line, I told you before that straight line condition is necessary for equations of motion. With uniform acceleration A, here the acceleration is denoted by A, its velocity become Vf after time t. The motion of the body is described by speed time graph. As we have explained speed time graph in the previous lectures, so here we are going to use the speed time graph as shown in the figure by the line AB. The line AB is showing the speed time graph. The slope of the line AB is acceleration A of the body. Here students, time is an independent quantity. We take it on x-axis, and speed is a dependent quantity. So we take it on y-axis. We write down the unit of speed, that is meter per second. Student, at point O, we can see that body did not start from point O. Body start from point A. It means that the body when start, then the body is not at rest. The body is having certain velocity which is called initial velocity Vi. Then the body move from point A to point B in a straight line, and you can see that at point B the velocity of the body become Vf. Now students, you will join the point B to C and D, and also you will join point A to point C. Here students, the line AB is representing the slope, or you can say that line AB is representing the uniform speed, or you can say that uniform acceleration. So point AB is representing the acceleration. So students, here the slope of the line is given by the line AB, and you have learned the formula of the slope in the previous lecture, that slope of the line AB is equals to y divided by x. So here y is BC and x is AC. In place of AC students, you can also write down OD. OD is also representing the time and AC is also representing the time. Students, definitely when we take the slope from point A to B, the body will cover some horizontal distance as well as body will cover some vertical distance. So for the vertical distance we will take BC, and for horizontal distance we will take AC, or in place of AC you can also put OD. Now students, let's suppose that we will take the length of the line BD. Let's suppose students that the length of the line BD here is 10 centimeter and the length from C to D is 4 centimeter. If I ask you, tell me that what is the distance from B to C, or what is the length from B to C, what you will do, you will subtract 10 minus 4 and you will tell me that BC will be 6 centimeter. So students, same process we will apply here, and we will write that the BC will be equal to BD minus CD. So here in the second line you can see that from graph BC is equals to BD minus CD. So at the place of BC we will write BD minus CD, and he is writing that at place of AC you can also write down OD. This thing I have told you before. Therefore, he is writing instead of AB, AB is representing the acceleration. So here he is writing A here. Therefore, A is equals to BD minus CD divided by OD. Hopefully you well understood that instead of BC we are writing BD minus CD, and instead of AC we are writing OD. Here students, in the start I told you that BD is equals to the VF. You can see on the left side of the graph students that BD is equals to the VF. If you take the total length of BD, it is equals to VF. So at place of BD we will put VF, and CD you will, if you see on the left side of the graph, you can see that CD is equals to VI. So here BD is equals to VF, CD is equals to VI, and AC and OD both are representing the time. So OD is equals to T. You will do all the puttings here. So equation will become A is equals to Vf minus Vi divided by T. So, in the equation you will put Vf instead of Bd, Vi instead of Cd and T on place of OD. So, this equation we will get that A is equals to Vf minus Vi divided by T. Now students, we will arrange this equation. T is in the denominator. It is divided by Vf minus Vi. So when it moves to the other side, it will be multiplied with A. So it will become AT. So the equation is now Vf minus Vi is equals to AT. And students, you can see here that Vi is having a negative sign. So when Vi will move to the other side with AT, Vi become positive. So it will become Vi plus AT. So our equation become Vf is equals to Vi plus AT. So this is the final form of our equation, Vf is equals to Vi plus AT. So in this equation, students, we are having final velocity, initial velocity, acceleration and time. Here are 4 quantities, students. If you are having any 3 of them, you can find out the 4th one quantity by yourself. So students, if any 3 quantities are given to you, then you can find out the 4th one quantity. Next is, students, your diary. You have to practice first equation of motion, that is question number 19 on your notes. What you have to practice? You have to make the graph by yourself. You have to practice the derivation. Your minimum practice should be 3 to 4 times. Okay, students, so that was all about this diary. Also, there will be an assessment from the previous questions, from the graph questions. Okay, student, that was all about today's lecture. Have blessed vacations. Happy Eid. Allah Hafiz. Have blessed days. Don't forget to prepare your diary, students. Enjoy your vacations. Allah Hafiz.